I told myself I was not going to use this blessing wand tonight. I can't help it. Welcome to Center of Light. It's good to see you, all you Yanovites. David Whiteside said, Yanovites unite. Everything's all right. Gaia, Father, is hearing our plight. Tonight, we're going to go on a journey. I went on a journey last night. I learned something. Hello, Nori Love. I love me some Nori Love. I want to say, everyone, if you get the opportunity, go to Center of Light group and scroll about that much, and you will see a panel of people for a healing blessing to everyone who participates and watches this particular panel a few days ago. Pretty powerful. Thank you, Nori, for inviting me. Hello, Lore. Hello, David. Hello, KK. Hello, Rena. Hello, everyone. I'm doing things a little different because I got a little panking on my, well, whatever. I can no longer do text here, but as long as I can see YouTube, let me try that again. There we go. So, it's not there. So we're going to get rid of that. Technology. It's amazing when it works. It's not so fun when it doesn't. Tonight is Center of Light Initiation. Graduation. Level up. Last night, when I went to sleep, I fervently prayed to Swamiji with passion, sincerity, humility, and vulnerability. And an amazing experience. And I want to share with you, not because of, but because of this is where we are in the game of life. I have a big presentation for you. I worked all day today. I love it. I love getting into the mix. Let me look at my monologue notes. Hello, everyone on YouTube, as well as Facebook, as well as a new platform called YouNow. I see 66 young legends. I'm going to guess you're a male. I'm not trying to be that or this or that, none of that. I'm just assuming by your name. Either way, hello, my friend. Tonight we're speaking about Center of Light Initiation. Level up. Let me look at my monologue notes. In this moment, I'm Jay Leno. All right. What first thing I want to do is I want to bless and thank my brother Robert Harrison. He's been sending me gifts to Center of Light so I can send to you via a donation to Center of Light that keeps me, enables me to keep doing what I'm doing. Tomorrow I'm going to have a commercial break that's going to explain all this. But as of right now, I'm going to do this manually. Dragon ring. Dragon ring. Pretty cool. $30. The link is in this forum. If you're interested in any of these products, these gifts, Keith, I'm interested in the dragon ring or that which I'm about to announce, and I will find you, trust me. Eagle ring, sizable, $35. Astronomical ring. This is really cool. These are selling like candy. Donating like candy. It makes a gyroscope. It has all the astrological signs. I have them in gold and silver. And those are $25. The Mayan calendar pendant is $30 via your donation to Center of Light. The angelic veil pendant, Raphael, Gabriel, Ariel, Michael, Archangel's pendant. And finally, check out this cool thing I received today from my Broham Sandwich, Robert. This is a lotus flower incense holder. Notice the holes. It accepts any size of incense. And you can put a cone right there. And easy clean. And it spins around. Right? So thank you. This is $30 as well. No, excuse me, my bad. $35. And it comes with a box of Sathya Sai Baba incense. Keith, I'm interested in the angelic pendant, the Mayan calendar pendant, the silver ring, the golden ring, the dragon ring, or the eagle ring. Either way, tonight is Center of Light initiation. Level up. Many people are leveling up. I had a level up last night. And it happens to do with my brother, Todd Medina of Soulogy. Get on Facebook and look up Soulogy. Soul, O-G-Y. Soulogy. Or look up Todd Medina. Phenomenal. The boy is on fire and he is awake. He and I I sent him a message this morning. He didn't reply yet. I said, bro, I hope you remember what transpired last night. David Whiteside says, Keith, what's your main gem? My main gem is, I'm really digging this turquoise and this turquoise lately. I'm loving turquoise. I love them all, really. My main gem, if I had one I had to lean into, that's a tough question. David, why are you acting like that? That's not cool. That's like me asking you what's your favorite band or your favorite song. I like selenite. I like all stones, but I love your question and your input. Nori Love says she loves that ring. Hello to as well, Duana. I think that's her name. Everyone, let's get right down to this presentation. I'm going to take a quick peek on this new platform called YouNow. All right, I'm going to keep moving forth. David laughs. I love that you have a sense of humor, sir. Thank you. All right, here's your sign. Here we go. Again, Center of Light initiation, level up. I don't mean to be any way but honest. I don't know all of it. I know fragments, but I want to know all of it. Hang with me. This really has nothing to do with the presentation. This is just the monologue or the news report. This just in. Hello, Elaine. Reports are coming in that people who have been, let me say that again. Reports are coming in, don't know how true it is, but I am, you can bet your sweet bippy, investigating the reliability on the source and or sources. Reports are coming in that people who have been are hearing voices in their head likely, possibly it's true, and if it is, of course they are. AI, robots, mind control. I am going to drop you some information that will help you to find where you are in this sea of possibility. If you're interested in more information about what I am referring to, there is a link. Watch the video at your leisure. Many people are reporting they're hearing voices in their head. In 1998, a band by the name of Queensryche, 38 years ago, came out with an album called Operation Mindcrime. Use headphones if you can. It's rock, it's progressive rock. It is phenomenal. It's not just bang, 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 loud, loud, loud. There is a progressive, melodious, amazing style there with musicians who are phenomenal. I was fortunate to hang out with them in 1991 when I lived in Seattle playing with a band called Fifth Angel. We had a party and those guys came out, and they had just released this album some years before. I am going to give you 2 links. This was 1988. These 2 links. Hello, Summer. These 2 links. One is the album in full. So you just hit go. I suggest you do it in all in one session if you can. Headphones are suggested because it's so personal and it's right there in your skull. Turn it up. The other link is to the lyrics. On that page for the lyrics, you will see a player to play the whole album. Don't play it there. Play it on the YouTube link I sent you. The Queensryche Mindcrime album is about, I have to separate this so I don't get slapped. Remove the space, but the Queensryche Mindcrime album is about M, the letter M, K, the letter K, Ultra. Put that together, M, K, Ultra. Listen to that album. Point being, there are new reports coming in that people who have gotten the series of that are hearing voices in their head. If you listen to this Queensryche Mindcrime album, you will understand. Now let's move into tonight's presentation. Good to see you. Blessings. David Whiteside said, what about Run to the Hills? Yeah, right? Prophets come in many guises, many forms. Here we go. Tonight is Center of Light Initiation, Level Up. I like sharing my experiences with all of you because it helps you, helps even myself, to understand that this is real. The universe is crazy. It's supposed to be crazy. It's not always supposed to be in order. Hello, Azul Amazai. Hello. It's not supposed to be always in order. True order in the universe is a chaotic order. Finding the order in chaos. Keith, isn't the universe about peace, love, and order? Well, it is. But tell that to a star that is about to explode. And it scatters its stardust guts all over the galaxy until it comes back into a state of balance, in equilibrium, and it creates a system, a star system, a galactic system, a solar system, a human system. So last night, I want to share with you what belongs to you. If you are not having these already, what's up, brother Robert Hurton? I said a very fervent prayer to God last night. I hope this image is here. God. I did the invisible God, which is the intelligence, the omnipresent love and power of all things, but it one in the form of that which is on the earth today. I hope this image is here. And it is. This is me serving the Lord on earth today. Swamiji Visvayogi. So last night I got into my passion, sincerity, humility, and vulnerability. And I said, I am a knucklehead and I know it. And I love myself for being it. I come to you on my bended knee to say, whatever it was I said, this is the model for anyone. Passion, I want it. Sincerity, I need it. Humility, please. And vulnerability, I am open to receive. And last night I was thrown into an experience with my brother Todd Medina. Here we go. I prayed to Swami last night with passionate fervor. I was visited by an angel guide or dragon of some sort. I went through an initiation through many levels of consciousness. Some were blissful while others were not so. The deeper I plummeted, the less I could find words in my head to explain what was happening to me. So I realized to not think or try to understand what was happening, but just to allow and accept it. Then I began to see and know that these are levels I have long forgotten. But there was one level I did not want to go through, but I knew I had to. It was the level of my fear of needles. And I don't mean needles on the earth, like this thing that we're calling the big V, because there's a time we're living in. I'm talking about, I don't have an issue with needles. I've had needles in my life. This is on another reality of like being Pinhead on the movie Hellraiser. I've been through that reality many times and always freaked out. But I knew I had to go through it. As I moved into this yucky, ouchy layer, I could feel every needle as it pierced me. I could feel the length of the needle, the thickness of it, and the reason for each one. The more I relaxed into letting this level happen, the more I understood the reason for it as the hurting of it all diminished. I was so hyper-conscious of this place, that it was real or reality. I could feel it. Even though I wasn't corporeal or physical, I could feel every pin prick. Ugh. And it wasn't really that painful. It almost feels like acupuncture if you ever had it. You just feel a pressure, but it's the idea that something is who or why and or what is poking me, right? So I alleviated my fear and I let it to be. And as soon as I dropped into allowing it to be there, I allowed myself to be free and to be somewhere else. Here we go. My experience last night after my fervent prayer to God on earth. Let me get my notes. After fervent prayer to Swamiji, I was visited by an angel guide or a dragon of some sort. I went through initiation through many levels of consciousness. Some were blissful while others were not. The deeper I plummeted and let go, basically, the less I could find words in my head to explain what was happening. So I realized to not think or try to understand what was happening, but just somehow to allow it and accept it. Then I began to see and know that these levels I have long forgotten. But there was one level which we just went through. The more I relaxed into this level and let it happen, I understood the reason for it and my hurting began to diminish. I was so hyper-conscious. So last night, I found myself, hello Claire Figley. I found myself last night, for whatever reasons, in the Akashic Hall of Records. Thumbing through the Akashic Hall of Records Dewey Decimal System equivalent. But think about this carefully. What is the Akashic Hall of Records? It holds all information from the beginning of time to the end of time, which doesn't exist, basically infinity. It's a record of everything you've ever done, so forth, including every reality that has ever been spun. So as I'm thumbing through the Akashic Hall of Records Dewey Decimal System, every card is a reality. And so as I'm doing this for a while, I shifted into the energy of truly going to universal places by the universal spaces in me. And I was moving through these different realities effortlessly at God's speeds. And I understood each place, hence the one with the hypodermic needles and pins and nails and all these things entering my space. But it's a layer of reality I've never allowed myself to move through. What does that mean? It means my own bullshit of getting stuck, not being able to move, getting injured, and the like. And I allowed it all to move through my being, and I found myself seeing something else. And I would move through these deeper layers of experience at God's speeds. And I found myself winding down many hallways, many levels of joy, ecstasy, into deeper degrees of bliss. And when this was complete, this level, if you will, I was standing outside, and that angel guide was very much dragon-like. Dragon. That which protects the higher planes of reality. Heaven, if you will. Gargoyles, food dogs. Those iconic things that protects that which is important, that which is sacred, and that which matters most beyond any and all things. Dragons. Jack with a dragon? Watch Game of Thrones and see how you feel about that. And a mothership, mother craft. There was no fear involved. It just descended upon Earth, and it just so happened that my bro, Todd Medina of Soulogy Network, we came upon each other with this dragon guide as the inspiration, the protection. And when I saw Todd, we were standing right from here to there, each other. And I said, bro, I did this, and we clasped hands together like this, you know, what's up, bro? And I said, bro, you better ground yourself. Bang, it happened. What is the it? I went aboard a mothership. Todd went somewhere else. Probably the same ship, but most times when we have said experiences to a higher degree of spirituality and a spiritual level, it's usually meant only for you and no one else. So I'm going to take a short pause. I'm going to come back and share with you. I know that for a fact, this was a level of initiation that many of us are going through. You may not remember yours. It just so happens I do. I can help you with that if you want to become conscious beyond what you're having right now. This is like super hyper consciousness states of being, where you understand things beyond someone just talking to you like I am right now. There's so many packets of light, divine information, codes, encrypted jewels, nuggets that are imparted to you in such a small amount of time. So last night was an initiation, though it seems like an initiation, which I'm going to share with you in just a little bit, happened many years ago, and one that might have happened last year, and one that might have happened a few months ago, and one that happened last night. I come to understand, not just in a form of knowledge, but an integrated level tonight, essentially of like integration level up, that all these levels of initiation, not only myself has gone through, but you as well, is not, it appears because the mind moves linear from here to there. That's not what's happening. It's in the heart, it's in the soul, it's in the fire, it's in the consciousness. All these levels of initiation, leveling up, are all one shebang. They're all happening right now. So the one I had years ago that I'm going to explain to you when I come back from the song break is the same thing that happened to me last night. It's just painting itself in a different way so I can integrate it here now, here today. Said another way. I'll see you guys shortly, guys, girls, sexy human beings. Let's see what's happening on YouTube. Hello, Mary Dawn Pafford. She says she loves Operation Mindcrime. Bruh. That's one of the words I can say about that. Welcome to Center of Light. Tonight we've been speaking about initiation, graduation, integration. Come on. Level up. I'm going to play you a song. Let me see what I'm going to play you. Oh, by the way, here's the Operation Mindcrime Queensryche album cover. I'm telling you, you listen to this album, turn it up, put headphones on, get in there. Don't let anyone disturb you. Here's the cover. This was 33 years ago, 1998. They knew. At least they were vessels for it and just thought it was cool rock music. It's about anarchy and rebellion and uprise and MK Ultra. MK Ultra. And this, people have been reporting that they are hearing voices in their head. Dear Lord, the universe is chaotic order. That's sort of the deliciousness of free will. Over courses of time, eons, we can fall into chaos or order because they're both delicious. They're both part of the divine dance. Light and dark. Is there really light and dark? There really is no light and there really is no dark. Well, I understand in this human way we have to understand that which is of the lighter nature to understand the dark. But don't fool yourself. You have to understand the dark to understand the light and vice versa. On forever it will go. But on the deeper levels, to the core, to the interior of God, there is no light. There is no dark. All there is the truth. And that is God, and that's what we call the light, because it brings about enlightenment. So we go, aha, God is beyond that which we even deem as dark. Someone can be standing right next to you when you're fully lit with bliss and light and joy. Because of their ignorance, they will be scared to death, and they will be in holy hell, and their experience will be dark. So in this reality, what is truly the truth? Is it the light or the dark? The truth is the truth. That is what illuminates the way. Let me see what I'm going to play you. I'm going to go on a song break. You have a choice. Lavender Soul, my spiritual band from many years ago. I'll see you, sexy human souls, shortly.
Remember that all things are possible. You must choose to be accountable, responsible, enough to believe, and open your heart to receive.
for you to plan out your life. Seeing what you do by your own design. It's all up to you to make it what you can. It's of your own free will, what don't you understand? Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Make a choice.
Welcome back to Center of Light. So what happens aboard these craft that I talk about, I board all the time? I'm not absolutely sure that I'm actually aboard a physical craft. What I'm saying is, when we go into these realms of reality, possibility, imagination, the mind is a key factor to understanding what the heart is bringing about and the connection to the cosmic experience. It could paint itself in such a way that I'm falling into a dimension that has nothing to do with extraterrestrials whatsoever. But I can tell you this, what happens for me is I fall into a space, literal space out, or but a space in myself, so it seems like a space out. I'm not denying that. But I'm around other sentient, conscious, intelligent beings, higher levels of intelligence. And in these fields of my operating in, I'm able to hear, feel, be, and experience others. And I hear them all at the same time. And it flashes through my experience like I'm aboard a craft and I'm gazillions of light years away, or I'm 100,000, whatever, miles away from the Earth, near the moon, 250,000 miles away, and I see the Earth at a distance. I often have dialogues with the beings that are next to me, though my mind has given them physical form, is irrelevant. But I know there are beings next to me, and I ask them, questions about the Earth. How long has the Earth been in existence, and so forth and so on. And the Earth has not been around 0.4 billion years old. That's not true. It's been around 13.45 billion years old. That's fact. So, moving on to more of tonight's presentation with Center of Light initiation, integration, graduation, level up. I want to share with you an experience I had many years ago as to why when you see this promotion banner, you see the galactic idea there. They're on a space station looking out above the Earth, like I just described a minute ago. You see my bestseller there, Jump Seat to Amazon, Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. Keith Anthony Blanchard, you can purchase it, but you also see a dragon. This really has more to do with Todd than it does I, but it has to do with me, obviously, because I experienced it. There was some sort of dragon guide there, and I think it belongs to Todd. But in the bottom left corner, you see a Buddhist monk. How does this all tie together? Because it's all initiation. Though we as human creatures living in a linear timeline, we see initiation, the one I had last year, 2 weeks ago, yesterday, and the one today, kind of thing. But initiation is initiation. It's a rite of passage. So it's all one rite of passage. When you graduate from high school, you graduate from high school. You don't keep graduating through high school in different forms. Then you go to college. I get all that. But ultimately, it's an initiation to another level, to level up. Many years ago, and sleepscape. Why always sleepscape, Keith? Because I'm able to free my mind and my body from the external world, which it actually craves, to be in it, to engage. So for me, falling asleep opens up the cosmos for me. One night in a sleepscape, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba comes to me. And he wakes me to a state of reality, consciousness. And I'm literally hovering in the blackness and in the void of space. Stars everywhere. I don't have an astronaut suit on. I'm just in space. And Satya Sai Baba is there floating along right side of me. He says, Keith, I got something for you. I said, fantastic. He says, I know you're full of frou-frou. That's Cajun for the couillon. That's Cajun for. I know you got some silliness in you. It's not allowed here. I said, yes, master. He said, here we go. We flew through the universe to arrive upon a very small shack. I'm sure many of you have seen the picture of Jesus knocking on a shack. That kind of shack. And spiritual masters love, adore, to be in them, play in. That's their hangout. And these shacks are cloaked. You can pass right by one, and if you have not said vibration, you will not see it. In fact, you'll pass right through it. But they do exist all around the universe. And universal masters like to play, hang out, and have meetings in them on sacred spiritual days, not for the earth. Sacred spiritual days that can last thousands of years for the cosmos. So Sai Baba brings me to this shack. And as he's about to open the door, he looks at me again and says, Keith, mind your manners. I said, yes, master. In fact, he told me, you are a very fortunate individual to experience this. No one, maybe a few, but compared against the infinity of many, no one ever has this experience. I said, yes, master. He opens the door and he says, Keith, stand right there and stay put. I said, yes, master. And when he walked into the room, all the masters there, because Sai Baba is the Godhead, is the Godhead personified, and everyone is what's called yogis, those who have ascended to higher consciousness. They deem him as sensei, basically. Sai Baba walks in and says, Keith, stand right there, don't move, behave yourself, observe what you see here, take it in. And everyone else, all these other yogis and masters, genuflect to Sai Baba because he came into the room. This room is much larger on the inside than it is on the outside. When I say much, somewhat. The room looks like a very small acquaintance, little side of the road, homeless shelter shack. Get in, it's a little larger. But from my vantage point where I was standing against the door, side of the door, and Sai Baba here, when I looked out into this room, it was very shotgun shack-like. Let me just pick a number. Let's say this shack was 16, 18 feet wide. Down the center of this shack, trust me when I tell you, I am more conscious in these experiences than I am with you right now. Down the center of this shack was a very very long table. Like a long picnic table you might see at a park. And on each side of this table was a very long bench, the same length of the table, but on both sides. And along these two benches were masters. They were all men, nothing against the women. For whatever reasons, they were all males. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. On both sides, 12. Both sides, 24, which is 6. The ability, 2 and 4 is 6. The ability to overcome difficulty. We can do all the math and numbers and crunch numbers, but that's irrelevant. 12 men on each side. All the way down this shack. Now it gets delicious. Along the length of this building and behind each of these benches was a shelf on both sides that went the length of the benches and the table. And you have ascended master whoever on both sides. And right behind them on the shelf was a bust, a clay bust of themselves. What this represented was the clay bust was like an award, like a black belt award in karate. You've become a master. Here's your black belt. And so they placed the clay bust right behind where you sit on the wall, all the way down and all the way down, except for whatever reason on the left side, master. Number 3 was master in test, the one that is going to be tested right in front of me as to why I was blessed to experience this initiation. He was a Buddhist monk. His name was Master C. C-E-E, I believe it was. Sai Baba looks over to me and goes, check this out. So they call Master C up to the front to be initiated. It's getting delicious, isn't it? He comes up and he's standing in front of Sai Baba and myself, and they put a pane of glass, a square pane of glass, probably about 2 feet, but 2 feet, as he's in his meditation, jazzing himself up, booting himself up into serious divine power. Understand, this initiation is his black belt test. Even though the day before a black belt test, spiritually, he can whip your ass, doesn't make him more powerful the day after that he can still whip your ass. The point is, it's an initiation into the fire, into the Hall of Akashic Records that says, you have graduated, man or woman, it doesn't matter. But this was his test. So they hold up this pane of glass. Here's his test. He has to project his consciousness through the pane of glass into a clay mold and leave his impression. So he has to basically become omnipresent by projecting his consciousness through the glass and leaving an impression in the mold that when it dries and solidifies, it becomes the proof of his achievement and therefore put behind him on the shelf in the place that he sits on the bench. This is initiation. This was my entrance into an initiation, as well as the one last night. Initiation, though it may seem linearly for all of us, in increments, probably because we couldn't handle it if it all happened in one kit and caboodle and shebang in the first place. We couldn't begin to process that. So we have to take bites of the apple. Apple? Adam and Eve? The Garden of Eden? The land of all, the decision between knowledge and ignorance? Let me see what I have on my agenda. It's good to see you. Tonight has been initiation, Center of Light initiation, level up. I would like to know from you beautiful human, sexy souls, have you, are you, do you expect to have levelings up in your life? Please let me know. Are you leveling up? Are you having validation of such levelings up? Do you feel yourself expanding? It's very easy to decide that. Is life the same old, same old? Or are you expanding to higher possibility? You're going to have to lose some inkling of civility because the universe is truly chaotic. That is a very delicious aspect of the universe. It's chaos. Sounds like disorder, of course. and it gives order its actual place, and vice versa. So when you become the 0 point, the center of gravity, if you will, that you could wield at your disposal, different planes of reality, other dimensions, leveling up, you will grasp things that you've never seen before. We can do this open-eyed. It doesn't have to be in a very formal or serious meditative posture. When your life by default becomes meditative, you by default becomes initiative, graduative. I'm making up words here, but it does exemplify my point. We're living in a time that all things are possible. Everything was always, all things are possible. But right now, the time factor of it is depleting. What kind of spiritual oil are you secreting? The door is open. Initiation is afoot. We've all been initiated. It's not like something you have to do. You've already done it. We have to basically relive, remember, and it will seem like now when it happens. You're already perfect. Well, Keith, if I'm already perfect, don't I need to just wait till I cross over or pass away or die to get to this place that everyone is so fretting and trying to get to now? Well, yeah, that is true. But there's something you cannot undo. Is those things that you have done, pro or con. It's always about being noble, being better today than I was yesterday. So that every tomorrow becomes everything. Anyway, it's always about moving towards, at least it is for me, infinite consciousness. Why would I, what is so great about infinite consciousness? The level of divine bliss. Think about the most amazing experience you've ever had that represents as close as you possibly can to nirvana, ecstasy, joy, absolute joy and bliss. Now, turn up the volume on this new infinite stereo you have to infinity. That's what I'm looking for. That's the fire I'm diving into. I'm going to take a short pause. Going to be right back. I'm going to play something off of my soon-to-be new album, It's Far From Done. Turn it up. Put headphones on. How about... what do you want? What do you want now? I played everything on this album. Enjoyed from my heart to yours. The album is called Samadhi. Let me look, see if I got the album cover here. Either way, the album is called Samadhi. Samadhi means I'm in a cave. I have no intentions of leaving until I find God. Not find as in searching, but find as an intention into the merging of that which is here now. What do you want now? I can't seem to figure things out. Maybe everything I claim to know is absolute bullshit. Where else can I go but inward? Nothing in the outside has ever brought me some sort of peace. I once heard from a friend about something called samadhi. If I remember correctly, he told me it's being in a space of stillness, an inner quiet, silence on all levels, sort of like being in a cave in meditation, waiting simply, however long it takes, for God to awaken you and bring you to the realm of all possibilities.
Now tell me, did you ever think you can have what you want? 'Cause it sure is happening to me. Everything that I tell you, best believe it is true. And you too will soon see. Come on now, what do you want? Come on now, what do you want now? What do you want? What do you want now? Now tell me, will you look within to know who you are? Either way, that choice is yours. But when you take the time just to be with yourself, that's when you will make the score. What do you want? Come on now. What do you want now? What do you want? What do you want now?
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light Initiation. Level up. Are you leveling up? Do you feel that you're leveling up in your life? Do you feel stagnant? I can help you. You're not broken, but I can help you. I'll get you moving. Contact me if you need it. Trust me, I know who you are. If I need anyone, I know who everyone is to me. I will be in touch. I'm not there yet. Understand that you are shifting. Your whole life. Right now you're shifting at God knows what kind of speeds. Through different dimensions. Every thought you think, every feeling you have, every action you take puts you into another dimension. I've been mentioning this all night and have for many presentations. You're always shifting, always drifting, always hopefully lifting. Because the universe is infinite. If you made a different choice yesterday, you would not be in the situation, good or bad, you are in today. That's a fact. The butterfly effect. It affects everyone, not only yourself. Everything you think puts you into a new place and a new space. You're always shifting. Now, the train is moving, and the momentum is not only behind us, it's within us. And whatever we have within us or in the filter of the mind, you will find that you're going to be in ease or grind. There is no more time. You are shifting through the cosmos, the universe, the spiritual dimensions, which will land you eventually to another place when things settle down a bit, if you will, through the chaotic order. And you will find yourself accordingly in chaos or in order. Either way, eventually between now and forever, more chaos is going to ensue, and you're going to grow from it exponentially, infinitely. We turn within ourselves. Everything sentiently turns within itself to greater possibilities called God. The supernatural. God is natural. It's the supernatural. And if you want to see God in its natural state, the supernatural state, you have to begin to recognize beauty, even in chaos. Many years ago, you might have been in a shitstorm, and in hindsight, 2020 or 2021, your vantage point says, it's the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. You see, I've told you, you have shifted, have you not? Shift consciously And then you will begin to get all that you got, all that belongs to you. It's all there right here, right now. We have to just shift simply to where those things, if you will, are. It's not about material things, but it is. It helps to trigger joy. But also know, joy triggers the things you want. That's shifting. That's drifting on the cosmic life stream consciously. That's when we begin the lifting process. Initiate yourself into a new order out of your chaos. Open yourself up from soul to bones, passionately because you want it, sincerely because you need it, humbly because you appreciate it, and vulnerably because you are ready. Are you ready? Peace, love, and jump to the fire.